Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock edition video. Today, guys, we're going through the top 10 best PvP Minecraft texture packs for Minecraft Bedrock edition. So, with that being said, if you're looking for a good PvP texture pack, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video with all your friends. But with that being said, let's get started. Now, once again, guys, we just want to clarify, this is in no particular order. So, number 1 is not necessarily better than number 10. Or vice versa, or number 5 is not better than number 2 necessarily. It's just your opinion decides it. It's up to you guys. Anyways, at number 10, guys, we got the vanilla PvP texture pack. Now this one, guys, is just your stock standard Minecraft PvP textures. Alright, nothing different here except for the fact that your swords are all short. So probably like me in real life. I'm just kidding. But short swords. And of course the bows have an indicator to tell how far they are charged. Besides that, guys, as you can see, the little indicator is at the top, which is quite unusual. It's normally not there, but it's a nice little change. But other than that, guys, there is nothing else to it. It's just Minecraft. It's vanilla, but the swords are short and there's a bow indicator. Other than that, it's just Minecraft. And I guess also things like gapples are a bit shorter. As you guys can see, they're a little bit shorter, but generally it's just vanilla texture packs. Only a few things that when you're PvPing may get in your way will be shortened. Alright, guys, next up, this is debatable, but I think this is the best one, guys. Welcome to the next PvP texture pack known as Pink. Now this one, guys, oh boy, this one's simply amazing, bro. Just look at it. You already get the idea. It simply turns diamonds pink. And of course, there's also a few other things, otherwise we wouldn't be checking it out. I mean, if you're sick of blue for diamonds, bro, I mean, you know, blue for diamonds, that doesn't even make sense, bro. Nah, diamonds are pink, definitely. Anyway, guys, so the diamonds, all the diamonds are pink, but also things like the fishing rod, you guys can see, they have a different look. They kind of got like an indicator on them, which is quite cool. The spyglass is clear. The bow has an indicator, as you guys can see, and a very clear one as well. The sky obviously looks different, which is quite cool. And then mainly, of course, the diamonds are pink. I don't know why the actual block is not pink. And then, of course, guys, the weapons, as you can see, all the diamond ones are pink. So pink sword, pink hoe, pink axe, pink pickaxe, pink shovel. And of course, the little diamond itself is pink as well. So very cute, I must be honest. It's quite cute. You got a snowball too with a kawaii face, a little derp face, and then the pink ender pearl. So basically, guys, the things you may be using in PvP have changed, as well the bucket. So a few things changed and diamonds are pink. That's basically it though. But it looks really good. I love the sky as well. It's a nice little touch. And this is overall a pretty solid texture pack. I mean, it's even got short fire. So what more could you ask for? Okay, guys, next up on the list is the armor and item HUD. Now this one's a bit different as it doesn't really give textures. It's not a texture pack in that way. But what it does do is it does tell you how much armor you are wearing and stuff. So if you guys look at the bottom left of your screen, it can actually tell you what armor you are wearing. That's basically it with this one, guys. It just gives you more UI. It tells you what armor you're wearing. So if you're in a PvP fight and you're not too sure if you're going to be able to handle the stick, maybe you forget if you're wearing diamond or leather. I mean, don't know why you'd forget, but if that's the case, you can always see what pieces of armor you are wearing exactly. So, quite nice. It's more UI. It's quite handy. You know, can't go wrong with having a little extra thing to look at. Alright, guys. Next up on the list, we have the texture pack known as Pinkleton. Now, don't laugh at the name. It's actually pretty good. I don't know if you got the idea from the name, but it says pink. So, expect a lot of pink stuff, but also purpley, so it's very cool. I mean, just looking at the sky, that is absolutely beautiful. So I really dig that. But of course, you can also see that it has a different UI. I mean, it's got kind of see-through ish, so you can always see what's happening in a way. And you have also like a weird looking crafting area, which is your crafting book basically, which you can actually search stuff. So that's a bit different as well. So obviously they're tweaking the UI here, which is always nice to see. I mean, another initial thing you can see off the bat, guys, is that the apples are different. Golden apples do look different, so just keep that in mind. Alright, guys, so now we're looking at the blocks. So as you can see, you can also see that the armor has been changed, guys. So all the armors be looking different. I love that pink one, that very bright, vibrant pink. That's a beautiful looking pink. The weapons, guys, as you can see, are all different. We also have a return of the short swords that I can never say, so it doesn't get in your way while PvP fighting. Love the colors on some of the weapons here. They do look good, the textures as well. But there you go. That's a short swords. Yeah, everything has been changed except for the netherite, guys. But look at that nice short sword, very good if you're PvP. And then of course a few other miscellaneous things have been changed. Ender pearls, some potions look different, the gapples, and of course the fire, guys, if you look at it too, that has been changed. It's got a short flame, so it doesn't get in your way as well. But it also has a beautiful looking pink vibrant flames. I really love this, guys. Comment down below if you like your fire pink. I do, so big fan of it. Particle effects, guys, as well look different, as you can see. Of course, guys, there's the crits. That is it basically for Pinkleton. Let's move on. Alright, guys, the next one we got today, guys, is the GamerShy PvP Pack, guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this one has to offer. So guys, immediately going into this one, you can see that the UI is different. Now I'm going to be honest, I really like the UI in this one. I like how the indicator on which item you're using in your inventory kind of has like this little scan, so you know which one you're using. It's kind of futuristic looking, so I'm quite a big fan of that. Also, blue is heavily featured in this texture pack, guys. As you can see, the weapons not really changed in terms of the shape, but as they do look different in like some of them. As you can see, the pickaxe and the sword, they do have a different looking color. And now of course the gapple, guys, as well, it looks different. I love it. It's like a prismarine color. I love it. It's got lots of different colors, and it's also been called E-gap, which is quite nice. If you look at the UI, it's got a see-through vibe, so you can see stuff happen in the background, so it doesn't get in your way. It's got a blue theme to it as well, and yellow, blue and yellow. I love it. It's also got like a little indicator to show you which one that you are on. Quite nice. So yeah, overall it looks very clean. I like the look of it. It's quite cute too. And then of course the armor, guys. The netherite is the only one that seems to be changed. The rest are kind of standard. Other than the swords, not much has been changed. The axe and the shovel and netherite stuff have all been changed. Other than that, not too much difference. The redstone dust looks different. And then of course ender pearl and a few items. So yeah, the water is clear, as you guys can see, so that is quite a nice touch as well. Oh, and you got the chest. You also have the full scan, which is quite cool. It's got like that whole scanning thing, and you also get to see your little guy, which is quite cool. That is basically the GamerShy PvP Pack. Anyways, let's move on. Alright, guys, next up is the Better PvP Pack. So anyways, let's go and jump in, see what it has to offer. Now guys, this one, oh my gosh. Okay, firstly, the sky. The sky looks absolutely fantastic. Very dark blue. It's got stars, kind of a galaxy vibe. I'm not sure what's up with PvP texture packs and changing the sky, but I'm all for it. It looks great. Something you can also instantly notice is the swords are short, and they do look different. The pickaxe as well. The bow looks different. Doesn't have, I mean, the fishing rod looks different. Doesn't have an indicator, but that's okay. The spyglass seems to be alright. And then the bow as well. No indicator, but it does look good. Then the apples have also been changed to look more blue. The UI's got like a grey vibe to it, grey and black. It's not see-through, which is unfortunate, but it does have a kind of clean looking grey matte look to it, which is quite nice, grey and black. If we look at the items, or the blocks, should we say, you can see that some things have been changed, especially if you look at the armor. The armor all looks different. Now it's kind of got like this nice little stroke on each of them, which I quite dig. Diamond looks a little bit shaded as well, netherite as well, gold same, iron same, chainmail can't really notice it, and leather slightly. As for the weapons and stuff, the items, the swords obviously are short. But everything has been changed. The hoes, the pickaxes, the axes, the shovels. So they have all been changed, which is always nice to see. As well as obviously a few miscellaneous items have been changed, such as the gapple, the ender pearl, your potions, your diamonds. So yeah, and of course the crossbow as well. As for the fire, guys, the flames are short, so it's not going to get in your way while you PvP, which is always a bonus and love to see. The water is absolutely crystal clear, guys. I cannot even see it, which is absolutely fantastic. So that's things you love to see. As for potion effects, particles and jazz, you can see they have been changed up a bit. They do look more textured. And there's a compass that's always on. I don't even think we noticed that, but there is a compass, so that's quite nice to see. Always know your location. And then finally, let's take a look at the hit marks, the crits. They do look different, as you guys can clearly see. Anyway, that is that for that pack. Let's move on. Alright guys, next up we have blue. I got it right this time. It's Blunos, I think. Blunos, New City, by New City. Anyways, so here it is, guys. Despite its funny sounding names, it looks really good. The sky, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The blocks, I can clearly see there's a difference just by looking at that mountain. The sword, I don't know what to say about it. It looks like it's on steroids. Short, the effects are crazy. The enchanted effects. The bow looks quite good. Not the fishing rod, sorry. I keep calling it the bow. There's a spyglass as well. There's the bow. It does have an indicator slightly, not really to be honest. The meat looks different. It's got that texture, you know, that good meat texture. Once again, another enchanted apple on steroids with that finicky looking enchanted effect. It's blue. As for the UI, it is clear. So it's nice to be able to see what's happening in the background. Other than that, not really much change from the standard UI. It's just obviously got see-throughness to it. There we go. You can also look at the UI, guys. The hearts are obviously blue and armor looks different. Anyway, as for the blocks, clearly there have been a lot of changes here. They've done a lot of work on the blocks, which is awesome to see in a PvP texture pack. Normally, people don't like to get finicky with all the blocks, but these guys definitely did a solid job. The armors, all of them really look different. Even the chainmail, it looks something like chainmail and the leather. To me, strike it as a faithful texture pack, but then the iron, the gold, looks different. The diamond, I don't know what's up with that. Looks stock standard, and the rest have been changed. Swords, obviously short, but I do like the axes. The pickaxes are quite cool too. The hose, everything, shovels have been changed. TNT, different looking, and obviously, of course, a little bit of miscellaneous things have been changed as well, such as the enchanted apples, your ender pearls, your water bucket potions, and yeah, and even the textures of some other things look a little bit different. Enchanted table as well, as you can see, it looks different. And as for the flames, they are indeed short. Water, not as clear as some of the previous texture packs before it, but still pretty good look. Then of course the chest, guys, which also looks different. Here we got the potion effects. Obviously the particles, they do look different as well. Not much to say, but they do look different. And then of crits as well, they got like these little like blue stars, so clearly there is a difference. Anyways, guys, that's that for that texture pack. Let's keep going. Alright guys, next up we got SpleedFault. Alright guys, so this one, sky looks beautiful. I love it. Very dark, quite darkish. Once again, the return of the steroid looking enchanted effects. They're very fast moving. Swords, to be honest, don't look that short in this one. The fishing rod looks standard. Bow, nothing changes there, except for the fact that they are tiny, guys. So you can see the bow is a little tinier, and obviously the enchanted apple, steroids once again, except this time it is gold looking. The UI brings a return to the black matte look, with a little bit of kind of a hint of purple in the way. With the blocks, slightly changed, as you guys can clearly see. Armors, slightly, but not, I wouldn't say a big difference. A little bit on the chest area, you can see a little more, couple lines, but other than that, quite standard. Then there's the swords, the pickaxes, and that they've all been altered. Obviously not the most craziest changes, but they have been dealt with. Miscellaneous items, the ender pearl is a bit different. The gapple, the flames are low, which is nice to see. Also a return to the kind of clear water. Once again, it's not as clear as it has been in the past, but it's better than the previous one. As well as for particle effects, they do look different. They kind of got like a little bit of squiggly. They kind of look like birds, how you used to draw them in preschool in type of way. As for critical hits, they are different looking. I've never seen particle effects that look like that, but they look quite cool. Alright guys, next up is the epic PvP pack, guys. Now this is, we're getting to the end here of the counting, guys. This is about Exterior Fire. So let's go see what this one has to offer. Now this is Sky. Looks great. Looks like something from the Avengers movies. The orange and the blue. The UI looks different. If you look at the bar, the hunger, the hearts, the armor looks different. The swords, I don't know if I should be offended by this or what, but they are very short. Pickaxes look cool. Different looking look to it as well. The fishing rod has an indicator, which is quite nice. Spyglass, you know, it's a spyglass. Can't expect much things to be changed on that. There is the bow. It's got a nice indicator. I always love indicators. And the gapple. Boy, it's a notch. It's been changed to a notch apple, and it just looks crazy. A big fan of the UI, at least for a PvP texture pack. I do believe that the less in your face, the better. And this one is wonderful, as it literally does not show any lines. It doesn't show any colors, really. It's just see-through, very minimalistic. Maybe you could get confusing at times if you don't know where certain slots are. But other than that, very good for PvP, because you'll never get sneaked on with that. Blocks have been changed. It's got like a black vibe to it in some of the ores, which is quite cool to see. And armor as well, guys, you can see it's kind of got like a dark inside to them. Except for leather and chainmail, nobody loves them apparently. But the rest have all been they have like a black inside. Same with the weapons too. They have like this black, filled inness to it, which must be the vibe of this texture pack. It's got black, a lot of black. As well, you can see miscellaneous items like the water bucket, the ender pearl, lots of different ores. And the snowballs, they all look black. I really love that looking jack-o'-lantern apple, and the crossbow looks different. Flames are short. The water is kind of a mixture. It's kind of clear, but not too clear, so it's a good in-between. As for the lingering effects, you know, the particles, they look, you know, more like vanilla ones, but a little bit changed up, as you guys can see. And with critical hits, they are more like kind of maroony and purpley in that, so quite different. Anyways, guys, that is that for the second last texture pack. Let's move on to the final texture pack in this PvP countdown. Alright, guys, and finally, on the last of this list, the final one is eZion 8x6, made by Christ. I don't know how to say his name, but anyway, there it is. Anyway, let's take a look at this texture pack. Now, this one, I think, is probably the most all-rounded of all the texture packs. Firstly, the sky. I love it. It looks like pudding to me. It makes me get hungry. I don't know why. The grass looks nice. It's kind of got like a clean vibe to it, which I'm a big fan of. The dirt and all that's been changed. Swords, short. The hose and pickaxes, all different. The fishing rod changed up, as you guys can clearly see. The spyglass. Looks like a spyglass, not much to say. The bow has an indicator, so it's nice to have that in PvP. The meat looks different. They also have their own sounds, guys, which is quite cool. And the enchanted apple looks different as well. So food's been altered around, and as well as the apples. Now, guys, UI, it's not see-through, unfortunately, but they do help you out by making sure that your crafting area, you know, your little crafting book area is now similar to one we saw earlier, where you can search it up and build it over there. So it's kind of in the right corner instead of in the middle of your screen, which is good for PvP. And obviously, as you can see, some textures have been changed. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at the blocks. Now, blocks, lots of ores have been changed. They got like a very big chungus looking ore pieces in there. As for the armor, they have all been changed up. Maybe not netherite, but the rest have been changed up. I love the look. Chainmail for once gets some love. So ultimately, this is probably the best texture pack, just simply because they gave chainmail some love. It means they cared for details. Swords, short. Everything has been changed. Looks very distinctive. If you look at the hose, the axes, I mean, that's a pretty distinctive look, even the pickaxes. So loving that. TNT, different as well. Most blocks have been changed. Then if you look at the miscellaneous items, guys, you can see things have been changed up. Compass changed, ender pearls, meat, gapples, spin steel, they all look different. Enchanted table, obviously been changed up. And of course, the blue flames return, guys. Always a big fan of blue flames. I love it when they change fire up in general, and blue is pretty good. It's kind of also see-through in a way, which is great because it doesn't get in your way. Glass, completely basically see-through, besides a few little spots. Water, pretty see-through. So, very clean. I've got to say, this one just strikes me as a clean PvP texture pack. And this one has definitely been thought of in terms of PvP, you know, what people like when they try and download a PvP pack. This is definitely one that has been considered well. The particles are hearts, so if you feel the love, I guess it's pretty ooh-woo. Quite nice to see. And then, of course, with the critical hits, well, bam, we got some O's, some red and grey O's. The guy also goes kind of blue, so obviously when you get smacked, guys, you're gonna go blue. Anyways, guys, that is all 10 of the top 10 best PvP texture packs for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. That was a mouthful, but we did hope you enjoyed them all. Download links to all these texture packs are in the description below if you want to download them for yourself. But that is basically that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Comment down below which is your favorite and what in general is your favorite type of PvP texture pack. Anyways, with that, make sure you leave a like and comment, subscribe. This video took a lot of effort, so we'd appreciate any support. Anyways, with that being said, we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.